Greetings. It's your local ne'er-do-well.
Hey YouTube. Today I felt like kind of rambling on about art. More specifically, things you can do to feel better about your art, or just to feel a little bit more productive if you're an artist. I've recently taken up a new medium. I'm trying watercolor, and that's a really good thing to do if you have like art block, because sometimes you just hit a wall where you're like, I don't feel like I can get any better at this, or my art just looks crappy, and it might just be because you don't like the way it looks. Like, contradictory, but you're allowed to not like the way your art looks. So I was having some problems, and I was drawing digitally, and I said, well, my line work digitally is just not the way I want it, and I have a hard time doing line work digitally. So I decided, well, I'm gonna go out and try something new, and I bought a really cheap set of watercolors and this watercolor brush pen that I'm using, and it turned out really good. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and my ideas are coming to me really easy. Another thing you can do to feel a little better about your art is use a reference. Please use references. They're not taboo. It's not cheating. 99% of the professors that you meet in school are going to ask you to draw something from reference, and as long as you're not copying and you're just basically just looking at a pose or something like that, it's totally fine to use that as artwork. Like, obviously, like, if you were to trace the Mona Lisa or something like that, that wouldn't be yours, technically. But stealing poses is something I definitely like to do. I've been watching a lot of other YouTubers, and that's been giving me some inspiration for poses, because I do like to steal poses. I also like to steal ideas, kind of. You can watch other people that you like do art, and there's a reason you like them. I decided that one of my favorite artists was really good at drawing dogs as, like, food. That's kind of weird, but, like, basically designing a dog based off of a food. And so I decided, well, I'm gonna do that, because that sounds fun. And it didn't come from a prompt or anything. Prompt lists are good for getting out of a slump. I just decided to draw this little vanilla ice cream dog with, like, chocolate and sprinkles on it, because I thought it was really cute, and I doodled it in my sketchbook and was like, okay, I'm gonna make this a finished piece. Another really good tip I can give you is take frequent breaks, like in the middle of a drawing even. Go sit down. I know you're gonna feel like, oh, I'll never come back to it, and I'm gonna procrastinate, never come back to it again. Just go take a seat somewhere, put in a movie, watch something on Netflix, or your computer, or your iPad, or phone, or whatever. Make some food for yourself. Drink some water. Just make time for yourself, because I know I can sit there and I can draw a piece. Like, this took me about 2 hours, and I did not move from my chair the entire time. My hands were cramping, and I was getting upset with how it was looking. And I think what I really needed to do was just take a step back and relax a little bit. And sometimes that really helps, even if it's like a day, or 2 days, or a week, to stop doing something if you're getting frustrated and then come back to it. Because seeing things with fresh eyes really helps, just to kind of like correct mistakes, or to realize what you're not doing that you should be doing. And don't expect yourself to improve immediately overnight. You can improve a lot by drawing every single day. You don't have to draw every single day. I do it for a hobby, and I maybe draw a couple times a week. And you don't have to expect yourself to put out finished pieces all the time either. If it's something you want to do, make sure it's fun. Because a hobby or something you want to do for the rest of your life, I think, should be, most importantly, something you think is meaningful and fun to you. I've been drawing since the 4th grade. I didn't really take it seriously until about the 7th grade, which is when I stopped using like crayons and decided to get myself just a pack of regular colored pencils and like Sharpies, fine point Sharpies, and decided I'm gonna learn how to draw these things. If you're newer at art, it's no problem to start doing art with like making Sonic characters. That's how I got into art. Drawing animals is another thing I did to get into art, but it takes a lot of time, and the artists that you like probably have spent that much time making their art and kind of perfecting their style, so don't be ashamed if it takes you a little while. I know I still don't feel like I'm up to what I want to be with my art, but I'm happy for where I am. I look back about 5 years and I'm like, wow, 5 years ago if I looked at this I'd be like, holy cow, that's so cool. But anyway, wanted to kind of get it out there because I feel like fellow artists might find this helpful, and I don't know, I would have liked to hear this when I was a younger artist. So I guess I'll see you guys later. Ne'er-do-well out.